Right, yeah. Finally starting this one. I've been saying I would do this one for ages. But yeah, Opie and Anthony trashing the Elvis channel, which I'm guessing is the Elvis Presley, unless it's some other guy called Elvis who does a radio show. I don't know. But yeah, let's go.
I was telling Anthony that it really sucked this morning because I couldn't get into a music groove.
Well, the music groove, very important for the long drive.
The music breaks, we're doing more than usual because I'm being a company guy and I'm listening to Sirius XM satellite radio. This service is amazing.
Oh, isn't it?
Oh, my God, it's terrific. And
so much.
And I couldn't get into a fucking groove. I went to the Grateful Dead channel, which we discussed ad nauseum yesterday.
Yes.
And I was with you. They were plinking and plowing and feedbacking, and I don't know what the fuck I was listening to.
Not an iota of rhythm to the song, or
because all kidding aside, I don't mind a good jam song if they get into a kind of a groove and you can almost bounce to it. I like that.
Yeah.
This was just pling, pling.
How annoying.
4:15 in the morning. This is what I'm hearing. And then
they're really,
and then
you can't do that at that hour driving.
Gling, 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 gling.
Why? How?
I was just thinking about you again. I'm like, Anthony would hate this.
Oh, I'd be livid.
I hate it too. And then I moved down to the Elvis channel. I'm getting paid to like talk about the company now. First break.
Wow.
And they had some dude. We've talked about the Elvis channel. They find people that did not have a relationship with Elvis, but that might have had some kind of like they saw him walking by them on the sidewalk one day. And then they do
exciting.
And then they do a 15-minute story on. Well, tell your story. And this guy, I guess, was stationed in Germany.
Oh, during
when
the
Elvis
army,
was there, and then the guy goes, well, I think it was after it was on Ed Sullivan, and then his wife pipes in and goes, well, actually, Elvis was on Steve Allen before he was on Ed Sullivan.
That's the kind of content on the Elvis channel?
And then there was this common area where you could get pots and pans for wherever the fuck you live in Germany when you're in the army. And Elvis was very curious to know if people were still digging him and his music back in the States.
And people were supposed to listen to this and like it?
And then
It is crazy. I did a documentary on Elvis, which was 200 Cadillacs. It was actually a good documentary, but it was everybody Elvis gave a Cadillac to, and some people were like radio people, but then they were actually more famous now because Elvis bought them a Cadillac or whatever. But some people, Elvis would just buy someone a Cadillac. Some people are just like, I think one was a woman who Elvis was buying things, and some people was like window shopping basically. Elvis bought that person a Cadillac, and like they are in the doc, like everybody who he bought a Cadillac for, pretty much. But yeah. People are so interested in Elvis. They are interested, like they say, in people that just had some type of encounter with him. It's crazy.
Then the story had no ending. I don't even know what the purpose of the story was. He had nothing.
But he had a brush with Elvis.
I don't know. I guess he might have walked by to get a fucking frying pan or something.
That sounds terrible.
It was horrendous. I'm like, what am I listening to?
It should be called Anything Elvis.
Right.
Remotely Elvis.
I mean, how many times can they play Hound Dog? I guess.
But they get excited. They're like, oh, God, tell your story. Please tell your story. And then the story is no story.
Through your tears.
Right. I think we got to get Elvis stories one day. It
Really?
could be a great bit.
Who
Yes.
has an Elvis story?
Could you find that phone call? It was right before, what time we at? Fuck, I don't know. Fucking, maybe around, it was just before 5 a.m. Is there any way you can find this guy talking about Elvis just before 5 a.m.?
I don't have access to the Elvis.
Why don't we have
won't you?
access?
They don't let you have access to channels that aren't yours.
I need access to all the channels.
Why?
Make a mixtape.
Why?
I can find music, but I can't find.
We all work for the same company, right?
I heard.
So if you're talking about the company, then you go, oh, I heard this thing. I want to.
Let me show you a little. Yeah. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be good?
You'd think.
I mean, we're going to beat the shit out of it, but then it might turn people on to the fact that there's an Elvis channel on Sirius XM.
They don't want you pilfering. Like any company has merchandise that you could pilfer, whether it's paper clips or music.
You're gonna pilfer their content on the Elvis channel to fill up this?
Yeah, you're going to make a fucking bootleg tape of some guy from Germany talking about Elvis.
Oh, my God.
They're very protective.
But then I was trying to do the math, and I think the guy's like 102 or something.
Wow.
No. He's
got to be old.
It was 59. 59. Elvis was in Germany, 41, 54 years ago. This guy's telling a story about how fucking Elvis walked in and got a pot or something to boil water. I don't know what happened, and now we can't even play the fucking thing. Come on, E-Rock, find it.
I can't get to it.
Hey, where's the spigot? Where's the spigot for this water? I'm boiling some water. It's like he's got this story. And then he came up to me.
And then they played an amazing version of Blue Suede Shoes.
Blue Suede Shoes, of course.
No, I'm not even joking.
Yeah?
It was amazing. Because someone took the song and fucking updated it. There was like scratching. I thought I was listening to a Drew Boogie production.
Really?
They scratched the shit out of it and added a whole bunch of drums, drum beats.
Well.
Can we at least play that? E-Rock.
Oh, E-Rock.
All right, let me look for that.
All right, God.
Oh, no.
And then the only other song that I appreciated on the way in was Till Tuesday, Voices Carry.
Oh.
I just couldn't find music this morning, man.
It's rough, too. On a long drive, it's dark.
Right.
You just the humming of the wheels on the pavement, and you got to stay awake.
I was going about 80, and then did you experience any of this fog on the way in?
Oh, no.
But it's that patchy fog. It's not that fog where it's like, oh, okay, we're in fog. Okay, I can handle this. It's like you're flying along and you hit a patch of fog. You're like, you think you're in a cloud?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I hope the road still goes straight because I have no idea.
Or there isn't a pileup.
Right.
Comes out of nowhere.
Holy fuck. Oh, here we go.
That's a long drive, man.
Here we go. Let's go to Jim in Indiana. Go ahead, Jim.
Oh.
Hey, I just thought I'd give you guys my quick Elvis story. And I was stationed in Freiburg, Germany, same place he was.
Right.
And believe it or not, the same guy was still cutting hair there in 1986 that cut Elvis's hair, and they made a big deal out of it every day when you go in there. You know, you have his clippers on the wall with the pictures and all that shit.
Right.
Did he have the clippers? Did he have a lock of Elvis's hair?
You got it, brother. All framed real nice and all that kind of stuff.
Wow.
Oh, we got some chat going on the Elvis channel right now. Yeah, let's go.
I'm gonna get a haircut.
I just thought I'd throw that out there for you. I knew everybody had an Elvis story. I throw mine
That's
in
a
there.
good Elvis story
Thank
right
you,
there.
sir.
That guy could be on the Elvis channel.
Yeah, they could
with
do
that.
They could do 20 minutes on that.
The guy was still cutting hair over there.
You got some Elvis chatting going on right now?
Yeah, they're talking about some guy who did business with him.
All right, yeah, let's
hear.
But you know what, DJ? Scotty mentions in the book something that's very sad, and that is that he never made much money with Elvis. He lists all of his tax returns into the book.
He does.
Yes, sir.
Can you believe that? Isn't that interesting?
And the most he ever made in 1 year for Elvis was about $18,000 to $20,000.
That's about it.
So you just
And
say
Elvis
that.
was making millions.
I made less than that.
You're trying
Nothing
to make it
against
more
Elvis, but Colonel
interesting.
Parker should have made a deal with you guys. And he says in the book, Scotty Moore, we're talking with DJ Fontana, ladies and gentlemen, Elvis's original drummer. And he just walked in the door and announced it. Great to see D. But Scotty says in the book
original drummer.
that
He kind of doing a little
Colonel
Elvis.
Parker went behind their backs and was trying to get Hank Snow's band to back him on the road.
He was.
Back Elvis.
He was.
And they said they weren't going to go for it.
Wow.
And then Elvis said he heard about it. He hit the ceiling, too.
He did.
But, I mean, that's not cool.
Well, that's not it's different type bands completely different.
Yeah.
It was a bluegrass band.
Yeah, precisely.
It was a rock and roll band.
And they
Oh,
said,
my
and then what would you say money?
I guess there's an audience for this. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm fascinated, quite
Talking
frankly.
to Elvis's original drummer? I didn't even know there were drums in Elvis's songs.
In the book, he mentions it because all the time in the early years or the later years, I used to ask Scotty about it.
Yeah.
He said, GK, we asked Elvis, and Elvis said, go see the Colonel, And it was about that 1%. See, Jim, Elvis was going to give Scotty, DJ, and Bill 1% of everything he made.
Now, that sounds like a small amount, but that's a lot.
Oh, we figured
Lot of money.
figured it up about $2 million.
Wow.
That 1% would have come to more money than Scotty made in a year with Elvis, as far as every year.
Wow. Elvis wanted
They're
to
not
do
even
that.
talking with
Parker shut
Scotty.
it down.
They're talking about Scotty.
Right.
And it's so funny because they have to turn it around to make sure everybody knows that they're saying the Colonel was the bad guy, not Elvis.
They never bash Elvis.
All the callers call, don't you disrespect the king.
Elvis wanted to give him the $2 million, but he said talk to the Colonel. The Colonel gave him a hard time.
I'm obsessed with the Elvis stories on the Elvis Channel because they go nowhere.
Yeah.
It's just some weird connection to Elvis Presley.
This one's just on pause. We can listen to the rest of it.
Oh, please.
Okay.
I want to hear.
Who are they talking to? The original drummer?
No, they're talking about the original drummer.
They're talking to him, though. Are they talking to him?
I didn't hear him.
Maybe he's in there somewhere.
Oh, I thought he was one of those guys.
And then what? Some guy that did Elvis's taxes once or something is writing a book about that?
I don't know. I have no idea what they're actually talking about.
Yeah. He shut down everything.
Oh.
We were driving out of California, me, Scotty, and Bill, and this guy, we had the yellow Cadillac then. The
one we had in Canada. The yellow Cadillac
thing, yeah.
limousine, yeah.
And so this guy pulled us over, and he told me who you were, and I said, yeah, that's pull over here at this restaurant, I want to talk to you. So he said, I'll tell you what I'll do, guys. I'll give everybody a brand new Lincoln. He was going to give us Lincolns.
What?
I said, well,
He goes,
I'll
wow.
take one. And Scott said, we'll take one. And Bill, and he said, well, Elvis has got to be involved in this thing. He said, well, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Well, the Colonel shot that down, too. He didn't.
Goddamn
he-
Colonel
he-
piece of shit.
No.
He wouldn't allow everyone to get a Lincoln?
No. Yeah, he's going to give Elvis one.
Yeah, just Elvis. He said, no, I want every.
I'm calling bullshit on that because I've watched the documentary 200 Cadillacs and him giving cars out to people. He never ever once run it past the Colonel. The Colonel was forever saying, what on earth have you bought 20 Cadillacs for? It was for like some fella on the radio, some people that done something, painted his house, whatever. He just liked buying people Cadillacs. Never once was the Colonel involved. I'm calling bullshit on that story. Elvis just did things. He's Elvis.
Why wouldn't the Colonel do it?
Well, you know the Colonel.
Yeah, I'll tell you a story. Chief.
He didn't elaborate. Well, you know the Colonel.
Because it's
Why did the
bullshit.
Colonel do it? Well, you know the Colonel.
The Colonel can't just hand out Lincolns
Yeah.
to nobodies in Elvis's camp.
Why did the Colonel give everybody Lincoln? Well, you know the Colonel.
Elvis
Anyway,
wanted
I got
it.
another story.
Look,
Yeah.
it was Elvis, then the Colonel. You can maybe put Priscilla in there, and that's it. Everyone else who gives a fuck gives a fuck about them.
Wow. Any more?
Yeah.
I gotta have a.
I reckon what's more likely to happen is that them guys thought if we get round there, he might buy us one. So in their heads, they'd already had they're going to get a Cadillac or something. And Elvis probably didn't even acknowledge them as, I just didn't even think of to give them what, do you know what I mean? Just for whatever reason, just didn't even think. And then because of that, it's the Colonel's fault. Because Elvis did just do things, literally. He just went to the White House one time because he wanted an FBI badge or something. Literally just got up and left and no one knew where he was.
Really?
You remember Cliff? You know, Cliff was a young Colonel Parker.
Yes,
He was a good con artist, too.
He was good.
And Cliff, we're in New Orleans, and Elvis is making King Creole. And you guys have already gone back because y'all have already cut the soundtrack and everything. And so this guy, we're on the set in New Orleans, down in the French Quarters, and this guy walks up and he's got on a beautiful sport coat. He's an extra in the picture. And Cliff zeroes in on him.
Oh, boy.
Hey, man, I like that coat. I like that coat, man. Where'd you get that coat? Well, my daddy owns a clothing store in downtown New Orleans. And Cliff said, oh, he does? And Cliff said, I'll tell you what, I'm with Elvis, GK's with Elvis, Alan Fortas is with Elvis, Lamar, all these guys with Elvis. He said, we like them coats, man. And he said, Cliff said, we got to work a deal here. You guys work a deal? What do you mean? Cliff was going to work on it. And so and he went to work.
I am fascinated by this.
I am too.
You have to listen to Elvis Channel. These stories go nowhere, and they're from people that have not barely a connection to Elvis.
And they're saying kind of Elvis associated things. Both of them stories had a and he had a Cadillac, because everybody knows Elvis drives Cadillac, so the audience can go, Elvis drove a Cadillac. But then they have he was filming King Creole. Oh, this story is important because it's at the time Elvis was filming this. There's something really irrelevant happened.
It sounds like these guys were all trying to get free shit, right? Because they were peripherally involved with Elvis.
Because
they're hanging with the king.
That's what that story was. I got to tell you about the one time I tried to get a free coat by using Elvis's name.
I'm trying to get Lincoln Continentals. I'm fucking.
Elvis isn't even in these stories.
No, that's what I'm trying to tell you. They ran out of stories years ago. So they're finding these people that almost had a connection with Elvis.
It was during the time Elvis was filming King Creole.
Yes, go and mention something.
Stories go nowhere. Yeah, everyone's saying it.
They're so good.
All right, we got to at least get to the end of the coach
Just
story.
a little.
Okay, all right, let's do this.
The guy said, look, he said, now he really had a good con. He said, we could easily go down and buy those coats. We make a lot of money with Elvis. We could buy them coats. You know, all of Elvis's guys, the mafia guys, we could wear them coats around New Orleans and Memphis and Hollywood. So we got them from your daddy down in New Orleans. But that wouldn't be cool having to pay for them. Here's what I'd like to do. And the guy said, what would you like to do? He said, well, you come up to the hotel. We're at the Roosevelt Hotel. He said, GK, what size coat you wear? I said, 38 regular. He said, Alan, what's that? And the guy was writing down all the sizes. Everybody wrote it. Cliff said, okay, now here's what we're going to do. And when we get through shooting today on this King Creole movie, you go on down and tell your daddy, here's what the deal is. You give us the coats, and then we're going to let you advertise the fact that Elvis's guys wears these coats from your daddy's clothing store. And we're going to save your daddy a lot of money on advertising because he gets those clothing wholesale. We know the deal on clothing, 100% markup. Guy said, yeah, you're right, Mr. Cleves. He said, well, okay, you be at the hotel. And DJ, I promise you. And also show how good Cliff was a con artist. He said, and you be sure and get Colonel Parker one. He wears about a 46 or something. Yeah. So the guy shows up at the Roosevelt Hotel, DJ, and he's got all his sport coats. And the Blazers were just coming in. There's a beautiful blazer.
What is this? It's exhausting.
He's going, yeah.
Fucking drivel.
There's too much detail.
There's no reason to tell this story.
I have to hear how this ends, though.
I know.
That's what I'm saying.
I have to hear the ending.
I can't get over.
And basically, it's a story about someone who Elvis knows conning this working man out of coats. It's not a good story to tell about Elvis.
What happened with these coats?
This is what happens on the Elvis show?
Yes.
And he's not even losing confidence in the story.
No, he is all in.
He's not going halfway through.
He's told this story for us.
He's not going
right.
anywhere.
I better wrap it up.
This is the coat story.
Were they staying at the Roosevelt Hotel, or was he lying about that just to get him somewhere away, like not where Elvis was?
I don't know. But what does this have to do with Elvis?
I'd love to hear from the bellman from the Roosevelt Hotel.
No problem. No, they're trying to find him now.
Elvis hit 7.
What about this coat thing?
All right, go ahead.
It's really pretty, you know. So my blazer fit and Alan's fit. We had on our blazers, man. We was walking around the hotel with them on. And so the next day, Cliff says, now, I got to tell you what, I talked to the assistant director. He's going to use you again tomorrow. You know, they were looking for extras, you know. Yeah. So Cliff was cool. So the guy shows up.
That's where it ended.
He's got Colonel Parker's jacket. So we got on all of our blue blazers. They look really good, you know. So Cliff says, see that guy over there? That's Colonel Parker. He said, yeah, I've seen him in pictures of him in magazines. He said, here's what you do. You walk over and you said, Colonel Thomas A. Parker. He had his full name. You said, Colonel Thomas A. Parker, in behalf of the people of New Orleans and my daddy's clothing store, I'd like to give one of these beautiful blazers as a gift. And so we were watching, you know. We stood off and watched. He went over and said, Colonel Parker. You know how Colonel, what do you want, man? You know how Colonel was. Colonel, and he went and made the speech. He said, Colonel Parker, on behalf of my father, who owns such and such clothing store down in New Orleans, we'd like to give you this sport coat as a gift from the people of New Orleans. Colonel Parker, what's the deal here? He said, oh, no, Colonel, there's no deal. I gave some of Elvis's guys these coats. I'm going to give you one. And Colonel, he started smiling, and he put the coat in his hand, and he walked over and said, come here, Cliff. He said, I know you had something to do with this. He zeroed on Cliff. And so Cliff said, well, look, Colonel, he had a great answer. He said, look, we all gathered around, had our coats on.
Pause.
And Colonel
The problem is these stories maybe for an Elvis fan would be fun to listen to, I guess. But if it was a minute, quick story, and they get into Hound Dog for the 8 millionth time.
They don't go anywhere. This isn't.
The guy loves himself.
Like I don't even know how he would end this story.
I'll tell you how you know it's bad because he starts laughing before he gets to the. That's the cue. Yeah. And he goes, "I know you're into this, Cliff." Well, yeah.
I
don't expect the punchline. Don't expect the big out. I haven't heard the end of this story, but I've heard enough stories on the Elvis Channel to know that this is just going to peter out.
Let me guess how it's going to happen.
Petered out.
Colonel walks over and he goes, "You guys just get some free codes, didn't you?" yeah, you know Cliff.
Elvis.
This is like when you don't stop a kid when they're telling you something. And they just start going on and they tell you about their day, and they go into it's nothing. They're not saying anything. Like this, what this man is doing about a pointless. It's actually like so bad. It's jarring my brain of how like it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Told him his coat. I don't know about you guys taking them coats, but for this guy, he may have something up his sleeve. And Cliff said, "Look, Colonel. If we bought those coats, he was going to buy commercials and say, Elvis guys wear these coats. Why don't we just get them free, man?" Yeah. And the Colonel said, "That's a good idea, Cliff."
Cliff was slick.
That was it.
Cliff was slick.
That was
That's the
end.
punchline.
He's like, yeah, we get them coats free. You know, I'm paying for them coats.
My favorite part is the uncomfortable, I know this is the end of the story, titter of the woman.
Yes.
Can you go back a little and listen to her?
Yes, a titter.
Listen to her fucking forced titter.
Oh, there's no way to really go back.
I'd have to go back like 5 minutes.
Okay.
No, we can't go back 5 minutes.
No. But did you catch the titter?
5 minutes too long.
Yes.
Well, we could have just replayed it from our own feed.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
That's like some kind of...
Look at E-Rock. Okay.
Do you have it?
I can get it. Hold
That's
on.
like some kind of crazy
Her titter is
paradox.
amazing.
Yeah.
Wow, that I'm stunned.
That's a bad story.
That's what's going on.
There's a million of those.
It's a bad
There's
story.
a million of those.
I thought they just played Elvis music.
Oh no, it's all about talking about Elvis.
It's not even about Elvis.
You had some kind of like
and nothing to do with
interaction
Elvis.
him, even if it was
Apparently
very
not.
distant.
You don't even need interaction.
Call the Elvis channel; they'll take your story.
I mean, that's something that doesn't happen very often. Is somebody that gives merchandise to celebrities for free for advertising. You don't see that.
Mm.
Yeah, very. You know what that story though did sound? It was very Dice-like. Very Dice-like.
Oh yeah, of course.
Like Dice and the people
Trying
with
to get
Dice
shit for free.
Yeah, trying to get the free stuff.
Right, of course.
Wheeling and dealing.
Of course. You got it, E-Rock.
Oh, E-Rock. Oh boy. Oh.
I have that, and I have that remix that Hope was looking for.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
I just wanted to hear that titter. It's so awful.
Oh crap.
Oh, that didn't sound good.
But of all the times to pull out your review.
Oh, that's not good. Silence and then, oh, crap.
I hit play and then restarted here. Let's see if this is it.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Said, "I know you had something to do with it." He zeroed on Cliff and me. And so Cliff said, "Well, look, Colonel," he had a great answer. He said, "Look, we all gathered around, had our coats on."
Pause.
And Colonel,
The problem.
No, that wasn't it.
Oh,
No.
my God.
no.
E-Rock.
It was a 5-second backup.
Were you listening, E-Rock?
Yeah, he wants that girl's Twitter in the back.
He's flustered.
He wants that girl's Twitter name.
I don't think he was really listening.
Were you listening, Rock?
Yeah, I heard it, but I thought Sam was playing it off there. I didn't know you wanted me to go first. Come on.
Fair enough.
Oh, boy.
But then Jimmy said
We'll pause it there. But yeah, that is such a terrible story. Because there's already, like say if you're interested in Elvis's clothes and his dress sense, I've seen his, like, even in the 200 Cadillacs, it's a better Cadillac story and a better suit story is that Elvis bought a Cadillac for the man who made all of his outfits throughout the years. Like, there's so many better stories that are already out there in documentaries that I'm sure Elvis fans would have known. Because as well, you're thinking, are these people just so into Elvis that everything else is like everything's just great? Anything Elvis is great, but it's not. It don't even sound like the people with the show is like into it, and they're Elvis fans. I'd like to know at what point the hosts of the Elvis channel started to think this story's going nowhere, because it did just keep going and going and going. And it was what his story is on King Creole. Cliff liked someone's jacket, said, I want to. So where'd you get that from? He said, my dad owns a tailor. Oh, really? Then Cliff basically scammed them out of getting suits and saying he's going to promote it. Got him one. Got the Colonel one. The guy went over, done a big speech to the Colonel. The Colonel laughed and said, Cliff, you little rapscallion, I know that you're behind this. And he said, yeah, but we got them all for free. And he said, yeah, we should get them all for free. And that was the story. It doesn't need to be longer than that, and it didn't need to be said. But yeah, that's part one. Sweet.